Howdy, g'day, aloha, everybody. This is your brother Johan Dano. I'm coming at you live here from the Gold Coast, Miami, 4220 in Australia. This show is called Good Not Nice. You people might know me, and those who don't, I'm a musician, a psychonaut. I say a cosmonaut as well because I'll be traveling through the stars through a lot of things through this podcast. So I'm coming on here specifically to tell you what this podcast is about. What is good, not nice? Now, some people get this immediately when I say what is good, not nice, but to understand it, you probably heard the term nice guys finish last, or mistaking kindness for weakness. I've gone everything from selling everything to moving the other side of the world, to traveling and living out of a suitcase through the USA, to rising to the top of the corporate ladder. There's many things that I've done, and this show's not about me. What it is more about is sharing the things that I've learned, the wisdom, sharing the teachers, the people, the books, the things that really, I feel, got me through the darkest of nights and brighten every day brighter. What I believe good not nice for me is a line. It's a line in the sand that some of us need to draw and don't know how. I feel like since we were kids, nobody's given a guide on how to live. We might be given directions. We might be given directions by, let's say, parents or loved ones, and they give us the best they have. And today, what we're living in society, we have such a huge access to technology, such a huge access of information at our fingertips, to the point where it's almost information overload. And what I really think we need is a community of unity. And I call for this good, not nice, because I feel like we don't have those hard conversations sometimes we should. I've learned tough love sometimes can be way more powerful than not having conversations, and those are good things, are uncomfortable. They're not nice, but they're good for you. Just like healthy food. When you eat healthy food and you look after your body, it's really good for you, but it might not taste that nice. But at the same time, I think, think of when you talk to somebody and you talk about someone, oh, they're nice. A lot of times I feel, it's a masquerade for not having the real conversations that, if we can lead with love, if we can know how to have different insights or tools to guide us along that journey, that's truly what this podcast is about. I don't believe in a negativity, bipolarism. We're going to talk more about going above those paradigms, going into multiple realms, dimensions as they call it, which is like the 3/4 dimensions. There's a lot I want to talk about, a lot of things I'm passionate about, but this podcast isn't just about me, it's about you. It's about my friends and family and the things you're into and the things you want me to speak about. And this is going to be a very interactive couple weeks when I share my whole journey with you, 10 podcasts in 10 days. Now, finally, what I want to leave you with is this thought. What is good, not nice to you? Now, to me, good, not nice is being able to set boundaries. Being able to, not per se put yourself last or first, but just understanding, how to set those boundaries, how to understand how you're showing up in your relationships in certain ways where people are treating you or taking advantage of you. I've been often told I'm a very emotional, sensitive person. And they say that people who are emotional are very easily manipulated, because people can manipulate you into believing many things and thinking many things, to the point where you don't even know what you think and feel. I'm one of the highest empaths, from what I understand. I am not a clinically trained doctor or a physician or any of that matter. I am just a fellow traveler, sharing light and pointing you to teachers and sharing insight along the ways that have truly impacted my life, as well as interviewing some of those people, bringing on the show local heavyweights and people, and eventually people around the world, to share wisdom, to share insights, and above all, to share the things we need right now, to live good, full lives, to feel good every day, to know that we're making a good impact, we're leaving a good future for our children, to know that the food we're putting into our body is good for us, and above all, just challenging. I find the more I challenge what I believe, the more what I believe evolves. And when that evolves, we evolve. As they say, nothing changes until we do. And I firmly believe that, the mind leads, the body obeys, and eventually the body and the mind and the spirit, there's so many dimensions that truly can impact our lives. So this final thought I leave you with for good, not nice, is to ask yourself, in any situation, any conversation you have with somebody, if you're about to argue, this is a tool I use. put a breath. Add a breath. Before you react, before you say something, take a couple breaths to calm down. Because our emotions and our reactions, we can take back a thought and change a thought. But for us to change, we can't take back a word or action or thing we do to somebody. And I find that in my years, the weight of the things I do, karma is a boomerang. Everything comes around in circles. So treat yourself like someone you love and understand that it's okay to fall. It's really awesome to fail. Failing is how you learn. F-A-I-L, first attempt in learning. And above all, every day is a gift. That's why this moment's called the present. It's not, they might call it now, but they call it the present. And be mindful that we spend so much time in our heads. When you're in your head, the future and past is beautiful, but they don't exist. They're in your mind. These are illusions, which lead to delusions, which lead to your confusion. Again, if you're not tapped into this world, grounded, ensure you have time each day where you can get grounded. There's a lot that I want to talk about. But above all, this is just me sharing a journey, just like you, a fellow traveler. So if this inspires you, start a podcast, talk to me, make music, make a book, anything you want. This podcast and this whole channel is about us co-creating a new world together, us co-creating happiness for each other, us co-creating something that we'll be proud to leave our children. And whether we have children or not, they'll look back at this, no matter what it evolves and comes from. The seeds plant today will grow into forest tomorrow. All we need to do is have a little faith. And I'm doing this podcast with faith and love. It's in all my heart and being. I believe it's time for us not to divide. It's time for us to stand together. To not let these bubbles of comfort and these bubbles of familiarity that technology and things might put us into constructively and to a degree, and I feel in ways that it supports us, but above all, disconnects us. So I think this podcast and this whole journey is just like you. I hope you can see this no matter where you are, who you are, and see a little of yourself in me, and see a little bit of me in you. We're in this together. We're in this together, thick and thin. We're riding this storm together. I'm your brother, I got your back. Let's do this. This is good, not nice. Love you guys. Peace. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and above all, have a wonderful day.